Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make this animation inside of After Effects. Alright, to start out, we're going to make a new composition. Let's just go ahead and name it animation. Make sure you're on 1920 by 1080. Duration is 15 seconds, and the background color is white. Go ahead and hit OK, and let's begin. To start off, we're going to need to make a line. So head on up to the pen tool or hit G. Make one dot here, hold shift, and then let's just make another dot over here. Now as you can see, there is no line there, and that's because I don't have a stroke set. So head on up to the top here, and let's just change the stroke to 15, and there we are. Now we got a bar. Now a major problem with this bar is that it's not aligned. So head on over to your Align tab. If you don't have that, go on up to Window and hit Align. Once you have that, hit Align horizontally and hit Align vertically. Now it's perfectly centered. Go on down to your sources next, hit Rename, and let's just change it to Line. From here, we're going to want to twirl this open by hitting this tiny little arrow right there, and we're going to hit Add. Go on up to Trim Paths, and then we're going to want to twirl this one down as well. From here, we're going to be making some keyframes. Hit one for start and one for end. Make sure you're at the very first frame of your animation. You should be seeing all zeros in the top left there. Let's set start to 50, and then let's set end to 50 as well. Now you should have no line at all. That is exactly what we are aiming for. Head on over to about 1 second, and let's do that again. 2 keyframes. Make sure start is now at 0, and end is now at 100. Let's give this a look. Sweet, so we got a basic animation going on now, but we can make it a little better. Just go ahead, highlight all of these keyframes, and right click it or command click, go to Keyframe Assistant, and hit Easy Ease. Let's see what that did. Nice, so it just made it a little smoother. If you have the know-how and you want to make it even smoother than that, you can head on up to Graph Editor and start changing around the lines in there. But we're not going to get into that since this is just a basic tutorial. Once you have all your keyframes set and Easy Ease applied, go on up, twirl this closed, and hit the lock button. Alright, so the line is now complete. Now we need to start adding in our text. So head on up to the text button up here or hit Control T, Command T. And let's draw some lines here. Boom. All right, we got a box set. Let's just do top text. And then come on down to the bottom. Let's draw some more lines here. Boom. Bottom text. And adjust the box as needed. And sweet, we got our text set. Now from here, we're going to need to do some track matting. So come on up to the rectangle button up here or press Q and draw a big box along the top, trying to align it with the line the best you can. Now me personally, I like to make the fill red. You don't have to, I just think it's easiest. And you can have a stroke if you want. I'm just going to get rid of it here so it's a little easy to see. Let me do a little realigning there. All right, now as you can see, it pretty much completely covers the line. Still a little bit visible. As long as you can cover majority of it, that's what we're aiming for. Now from here, we're going to be working with a track matte. As you can see down here, we have the track matte option available. If you don't have that, head on over to this little box right next to the timeline. Right click it or command click it. Go down the column and then head on up to mode. This will give you your track matte. Once you have that available, grab the pick whip here on top text, drag it to shape, and do the same thing for bottom layer. Grab the little pick whip, drag it to shape, and now the box and bottom text should be gone. Now this isn't exactly what we want. We want bottom text to still be available. So head on over to the right here, right next to this little circle in the square, click the box next to it. It says click to invert the matte, hit that, and now bottom text is available. So now that we have that set, let's go ahead and just lock this layer and let's move on to the actual animation. Now let's start on the top text. Let's twirl this open and we're going to want to hit this animate button right here. Click that and head on up to position. This is what we're looking for. Click that. Let's start animating. Once this is open, let's make a keyframe at 1 second for position, and let's just change the Y value to 250. Now this position can vary based on where your lines are and how big your text is, but as long as it's completely hidden, as you can see there, that's what we're looking for. Once you've done that, go to the range selector. Let's twirl that open until we see offset. We're gonna animate with it as well. So click the little stopwatch there. Let's do -100%. Head on over to 3 seconds. And let's do another -100, or let's do a +100%, not negative, sorry. Now let's see what that did. Okay, interesting. Text is now moving, but it's not doing exactly what we want. So let's open the advanced option right here and do a little more changing. First thing we're going to change is where it says shape. Let's change that to ramp up. And just beneath that where it says easy low, let's crank that to 100%. Now let's see what it did. Nice. That's what we're looking for. Now head on up here and let's just easy ease both of those. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Sweet, it looks pretty good. Now go ahead and do that same thing to the bottom text. I'm just going to speed it up because I'm doing the exact same thing. If you don't know what to do exactly, rewind it and rewatch what I just explained here, and then apply that to the bottom text, and it's going to look pretty decent. Alright, so now that all of that's done, let's go ahead and look at what this looks like. Now that's really all I gotta say for this. It's a pretty simple animation, and for your future projects, you can apply this wherever you want. You can put it in the bottom lower third, you can make it the whole screen, do whatever you want. As long as you follow these basic steps, you should get the same animation every time.